The launch of Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves is fast approaching. To say this sequel is long awaited is an understatement. It's been 26 years since the last iteration, and the fighting game has adapted to the times to compete with its modern counterparts, with slick visuals, new control schemes, and exciting new modes to keep players interested. So here's how Fatal Fury has been reinvented for modern fighting game fans. Fatal Fury has a long history within SNK's legendary lineup, but it's been over 2 decades since the last entry. Released back in 1999, Fatal Fury: Mark of the Wolves was highly praised for its stunning visuals, fresh new cast of characters, and challenging yet rewarding mechanics. City of the Wolves completely reimagines the series with a brand new cel-shaded art style, giving characters a dynamic anime-inspired look. Stages are colourful and full of charm, and super moves are more cinematic and explosive than ever, so your opponents know you're doing some real damage. The sound design and music have been reworked, with impactful sound effects to feel like you're hitting every move you input. The soundtrack blends modern remixes of classic Fatal Fury themes with completely new tracks, keeping the series' spirit alive whilst appealing to today's audience. And if you're feeling nostalgic, you can appreciate the classic tunes in jukebox mode. City of the Wolves is aiming to cater to every type of player. Firstly is the online play. SNK is bringing Fatal Fury into the modern era with rollback netcode and crossplay, meaning you can face off against players worldwide with minimal lag. Trying to learn from your online matches? There's Clone Mode, where you can train against virtual versions of past opponents you fought online. Your new rival had to leave to grab some dinner? That's all good. You can train against their AI clone and work out how to beat them by the time they finish their food. Don't just want to grind online? City of the Wolves introduces a story-driven single-player mode called Episodes of Southtown. Here, you can travel around Southtown and level up your character. Also from the trailers we've seen, the classic minigames are making a return, reinventing them to help players learn motion inputs in a more fun way than just training mode. There are 2 control schemes in City of the Wolves, Smart Style and Arcade Style, making the game both welcoming and rewarding for players new and old. The introduction of Smart Style controls allows newcomers to the genre to jump in and pull off special moves and flashy combos effortlessly. Many inputs are simplified, meaning fewer buttons and motions to be pressed, but you're still able to do real damage and compete at any level. Meanwhile, Arcade Style keeps the classic depth and execution-heavy gameplay intact for fighting game veterans. This brings back mechanics like breaking and feints to extend your combos, allowing you to show off how much time you spend in training mode for that extra damage. The new Rev system completely redefines meter management by giving players more flexibility in how they approach offense and defense. Need a quick get-off-me tool when the opponent is pressuring you? Use Rev Blow, an explosive move that counters enemy attacks. Or want to play it safe and push the opponent back? Use Rev Guard, a special type of block that pushes your opponent further away and negates chip damage. On top of that is the SPG system, or Selective Potential Gear, which builds on the TOP system from Mark of the Wolves, allowing players to choose when they want an increase in attack strength, at the beginning, middle, or end of the match. Only when SPG is activated, you have access to powerful techniques such as Rev Blows and Hidden Gears, the most damaging and cinematic moves each character has. With Rev Meter available from the start of the round, and SPG letting you plan out your strongest moments, it's sure that City of the Wolves matches are going to be explosive and strategic right from round 1. The roster brings back fan-favourite characters, with revamped movesets, updated designs, and new animations to honour their playstyles but modernise their gameplay. Classic characters like Terry, Brock, and Mai have new moves that make them feel fresh without losing their identity, that made them fan-favourites in the first place, and we got to see this in the recent online beta for the game. The game also brings back a diverse mix of playstyles, with fighters like T-Zok, the high-flying pro wrestler, Kim Dong-hwan, the Taekwondo prodigy, and Billy Khan, the bow staff specialist. These characters weren't in the first beta test, so we're excited to get our hands on them. City of the Wolves also has some newcomers, of which we've seen 2 so far. Vox Reaper, a street assassin with heavy hits and quick movement, and Preacher, a Muay Thai fighter who mixes up her opponents with tricky kicks. Season 1 DLC characters have been announced too, including some Fatal Fury and Street Fighter legends, so you'll have a steady stream of new fighters to master. Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves still has more characters and features left to reveal before it launches on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox Series X and S on April 24th, 2025. For everything else on fighting games, stick with IGN.